Hey team, what's up? And welcome to this brand new concept that is called high availability and scalability in the cloud. And today we are going to discuss this topic. And as you know that we have already started uh, two to uh, 2 to 3 days back. This is CompTIA cloud certification, and we are going to cover this entire topic called high availability and scalability in the cloud. You already know that how to scalable highly available in the cloud environment. It is very easy using GUI process, but how you can scalable and high availability in the private cloud environment, this is very big important concept. And nowadays if you go in the every like any interview process, they will expect that at least one questions in related to the high availability of the scale applications or servers related things. So we will know that today what is high availability and scalability in a private cloud environment. So scalability and highly availability concept refer to always ensuring like that your infrastructure can satisfy the demand and utilizations needed by end users. Okay, so this is a key focus area where planning and infrastructures as in performing this thoroughly can result in full denial of service to the end users. So high availability is a prime motive to migrate to a cloud infrastructures and ensure redundancy. Constant monitoring and failover are in place to prevent denial of service. Public cloud also implement high availability zones that are isolated, fault tolerant, and highly unlikely to fail simultaneously, and can be a great tool when ensuring the high availability. Okay, so this is the public cloud, but how you can implement this concept in the private cloud environment in the Hyper-V, you can see. Okay, so for that reason we will see that the concepts. Okay, and you can do with any hypervisors like VMware, Microsoft Hyper-V, Oracle VM, VirtualBox, any hypervisors you can do. Okay, so let's move to the lab without any wasting our time. So let's move to the lab. So this is our lab, which is already designed for this scenario, and today we will going to implement this highly availability. And we are now in the data center server. As you know that we have already proper structured servers designed in our organizations, and I said that I will provide you a server, our actual server, that you can implement your lab and any other things, so in a real-time manner. Okay, so let's move and start our lab. So here you can see that when you maximize this one, there is a tool called server manager. You will get each and every server. Okay, this is a very important server manager tool. So there is an option called tools. While you create this tool, there are options called Hyper-V manager. In this manager, when you create and you click, then the hypervisor window will be open, and you will notice that a pre-configured device already setting. So it's a part of our infrastructure. So and this is one, and this will appear under the virtual machine sections. Okay, here. Okay, so under the virtual machines, then you can click the right click, and there is a call settings option. Just click the setting option, And in the real world scenario, what happened, it is likely that multiple VMs may be configured on a single day using affinity model. We will see that what is affinity model in a detailed way. So this is our tutorial, so I'm just giving the overview, and if you want to know in the detail each and every concept, then you can contact me in a email or in a WhatsApp. I will give my contact detail in the description section. Okay, you can contact and freely ask the questions. So once we have here, and again this will open actually configuration settings, and under the hardware sections in the left side pan click memory, you can see here, and in the memory section, okay, we will notice that by default the device has been configured 512 MB RAM, which we can increase to improve the performance of this device. Okay, this okay, so you can increase this directly by specifying a new amount of memory in the text box here you can give, and at the top of the page you can demonstrate the level demonstrate, and like we can enable this thing, and you can see that you can allow the amount of memory available to this virtual machines to change the dynamically within the range you can set. You can the 512 maximum, like you can see here. Okay, so this is how you can configure according to the requirements, and once it is done, you can just simple click the OK, and so okay, let's understand the real-time scenario. What happened? So in the real-time scenario, this is a good auto-scaling options to use anti-affinity model. Either risk of hitting max host capacity is yes, so yeah, hitting the max host capacity is less. So being that there is only one device using these options, you can either leave the maximum RAM to the default entry of 10485 like 7, which is like a 1048 GB of RAM, effectively meaning, okay, it will scale upward until it hits the maximum capacity of the host device, or instead manually specifically a maximum upper limit. These options can be helpful if you have multiple devices working together on a single machine in a affinity configurations. Although this should be careful planned to avoid the host becoming a SPOF, the maximum amount supported by Hyper-V is 1048576 MB, or this is called like 1 TB, and the term I have used the word SPOF, so I'm just giving a brief of SPOF. What is SPOF? It is a single point of failure. Okay, generally it is used for like disaster recovery kind of things. Okay, so this thing also we will know in the detailed manner. So in the real time I said that what we can do and what is the possibilities we can do. So now actually what I will do, I will change this 1048576 to my requirement number 2048. Okay, 2048. So once it is done, just click apply and okay. So what you will see that we have enabled the dynamic memory check box and maximize the RAM and to the specified like 2048, and the memory weight slider has been set to the high. Okay, okay, high. Sorry, I so here the settings, if I see here, memory, I have to increase high and apply an OK to this. Once it is done, and we will move to the next concept called virtual processor. So under the hardware, if you see, okay, here click the settings and okay, so in this hardware section, if you see the processor, and you will notice that you can specify the number of virtual processor and that the VM has accessed. So this can be helpful to increase the device that have a higher amount of CPU utilizations, and again is limited by the number of processor available on the host machine. For example, like if machine going to be used for specifically higher CPU intensive task, then it would be prudent to ensure that it has access to more CPU power than other machine. The maximum limit support by Hyper-V is like 240 virtual CPUs around. So here we are going to change to 1 to 3. Okay, 31 3. So when we set to the 3, again we have to change some like thing here. So once I like change the virtual processor 1 to 3, now we will see the change we have made, that the percentage below can depending on the load. Okay, if I change 1, sorry, yeah, if I choose 1, you can see the 25% total system. Okay, when I change to 3, 75%. This is very important thing. Okay, and this automatically increased to the 75%, where 4 or more, this would increase to higher 100% and higher. Okay, now we can apply and click these options. Again we will now actually in the management sections, if I see again you come to the, now here in the management sections we need to configure something here. Okay, so one thing you have to note that you have to ensure the high availability and minimal downtime of machine as part of an infrastructure in Hyper-V. It is imperative that checkpoints are created frequently, okay, to allow each easy recovery and failover if any single device fail. So this can be helpful in development environment, as code deployment can something have negative effect on VM and may require frequent rollbacks. So for that we will do here some configurations called checkpoints. Okay, so in the checkpoints what we will do, we will use the stick options, where use automatic checkpoints. We have to check, okay, yeah, automatic checkpoints, and we have to apply and click. Okay, so what that mean actually, so taking the tick, we are selecting the automatic checkpoints. Okay, will automate the process creating checkpoints automatically, and this can be helpful, although it does remove some direct control if relied on 100% of the time. It is a key to ensure that as well as a automatic checkpoint, manual review take place and more checkpoints are done as necessaries. Okay, so once you have checked, you have just like apply and OK and close the Hyper-V, and this Hyper-V we have to close. Let's do the Hyper-V. Okay, done. Once it is done, and we have to check event Hyper-V manager again. So you can do all the things here. Okay, see, I have allocated 2048 maximum. Okay, and now it will do automatically, like according to the behavior of the network, a load in the server. So this will, we know that how we can high available our systems, and this is entire configurations needed. Okay, and if you go to the again in the setting, okay, settings, we have what we did, we did here memory sections. Okay, 2048 changes and select the high, and here we have check the automatic checkpoints for the deployment. Okay, so this is how you can do. You can set a virtual processor also. Okay, like 3 virtual processor, and it will depend upon the load. It will automatically set the load also. Okay, 75%, and this is how you can do. Okay, you can replay this video and you can see that. Okay, let's conclude this session over here, and I hope you will get some insight, you will get some idea how to do. Thanks.